I'm Apostle Sophia M. Johnson, and I'm super excited to share these nuggets with you as we're leading up to the Surge First Interest Meeting. Take a listen.
You know, God deals with you. He doesn't deal with your spouse when you are growing with him. What he desires. It's just every little thing, like how he desired me to dress, how he desired me to wear my hair, and how he desired me to present myself. Like, it all falls back to having a relationship so he could, fine tune you so you could just be more beautiful for your husband outside in here. Just
Yes, I love it, because I'm sitting over here and I'm thinking about a time where I've actually done it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and then my husband was like, so we wasn't gonna talk about that. I was like, and I didn't know, because again, I grew up in a single parent household, so I didn't know the communication. Like, even though I went to visit my uncle and my aunt every summer, I still didn't see that everyday. Like, I saw it with them, but then I didn't understand and register that because I didn't see it 365.
Yeah.
And so I would go and do stuff, and then he'd be like, hey, come here. We need to talk about that. You can't just, you can do that, but let's have a discussion about it first so that we can make sure that it's the best option for our family.
Yeah.
And so, because we can make independent moves, and then our spouse be over there like, so I'm not going to help you pay for that, right?
Oh, man.
So, you know what I'm saying? So we have to make sure that we are, even if we...
But Sophia, it's more than just money. You could be independent in your thinking, in your time, with your friends, with your family. Like, it could be just your I'm going to say this. It's just a girlfriend process, a girlfriend mentality. That's all it was. Like, that's what God was giving me the past, like, probably like last week, he was showing me like Esther, but he was showing me Vashti versus Esther, and what she did right and what she did wrong. So he was like, Vashti had a girlfriend mentality. Like, she was behaving like a girlfriend. She was thinking like a girlfriend. She didn't care about embarrassing her husband publicly, whereas Esther was wife. She understood her role as a wife. So
yeah. Ooh, and her authority.
Yeah, and her authority. Like, she had the ability to come against a decree. So another decree was written on her behalf. So she had governmental authority over a region. So yeah. And Vashti may have that authority, but she didn't even understand her authority, and she didn't understand her role. And that's why that submission was needed, because Esther did get exactly everything she wanted.
Oh, and I just guess she didn't know her identity. So when you don't know your identity, you won't know your authority.
That's true, because we've been talking about that. So I feel like as I'm coming more into my identity and understanding God's identity, that helps with me as a wife and not caring to be independent, even with things outside of money, just my time. Or you gotta watch it, because any little thing will cause a rift in a marriage if you're not careful.
Yeah, you have to make sure, because that was the tip for this week. Sorry, y'all, my forehead itching a little bit. That was the tip for the week. Do not compromise your marriage for friendship.
Yeah, that was. And that was.
And so, yeah, because we can do that, because I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it too. Wait.
And didn't even realize it.
Didn't realize it, no. And
because
that's what I was saying. Don't be independent in like your prayer time, your fasting, where you're fasting and praying more with your friends than your spouse, or you reading the word and you going to them and asking them questions and you're not asking your spouse. Like, you can't be independent like that either.
Ooh, that was something that actually, oh my goodness, girl, you done took me all the way over here. But the Lord has taken us over there.
Financial, but it's also spiritual too. You can't be independent in your spiritual growth while being married.
Yes, because I literally yesterday the Lord was showing me that I don't have to go. He was even showing it to me today during prayer time that some of the things that you are looking for is in your husband's belly. Because I've placed it already there, because I placed the desire in you. So I've given it to your other half. So your partner, he has the rest of it. Just listen to him. Because even you and I have had conversations. You was like, girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, snap. It is. Yeah. So that independent thinking, because I know my biggest thing was independently with money and with my thinking, because sometimes I would just do it and be like, crap, I'm married.
Right. Because it's out of habit, it's out of routine. So sometimes it's not intentional. Like, oh yeah, I was supposed to speak to you about this, but I didn't.
Yeah. Ooh, because that communication is, oh my goodness, it will cause all kind of stuff to go. Let's see what's that left. I'm like, this is the left, this is my left side. Oh. So what would you say to someone who is struggling, who really just like, nah, I ain't trying to hear all that. Like, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be. What kind of advice would you give them when it comes to that thought process? Because
well, we would have to ask what is their viewpoints of marriage, because in Genesis it definitely states that the two become one, that the husband leave the mother and father. So it means also that the husband leaves, or the man leaves the thinking, the traditions of the family, and he merges with his wife and their bloodlines become one. So if you have independent thinking, it's so much more than just surface that I feel like a lot of people that's, engaged or single do not understand. So my first advice would be to really just hone in on a relationship with God and develop that first. And then read his word that lays out the blueprint for a marriage. And then speak to wise counsel, those that are in healthy marriages.
Mm-hmm.
What Sophia Johnson, sign up for her class, sign up for her course, because it's really going to help cultivate you into